Mickey Premium Bars, Mickey Waffles, Cheeseburger Spring Rolls. These are all snacks we won't be talking about today. Why? Because we talk about them all the time, and it's about time for some other noteworthy snacks to have their turn in the spotlight. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and today we're going to be talking about the 30 best Disney World snacks you've never heard of. Even if you have heard of some of these, we're hoping we can at least point out a few new options for you to add to your must-try list on your next Disney World vacation. And if you haven't heard of any of these, then I'm going to pat myself on the back for a job well done. Oh, by the way, want to get the list of all these under-the-radar snacks so you don't miss out on what might be your new favorite food in Disney World? Head to disneyfoodblog.com/secret snacks to get a free printable copy of this list sent right to your inbox. When you drop your email, we'll also sign you up for our free newsletter so you can stay up to date on all the latest breaking Disney World news. Let's start out in Magic Kingdom at Sunshine Tree Terrace for the fried pot stickers. Now, Sunshine Tree Terrace is known as one of the several Dole Whip and Citrus Swirl locations around Disney World property. Well, there aren't many Citrus Swirl locations. This is the only one. But did you know you can get a savory snack here too? The fried pot stickers are filled with pork and vegetables and come with an orange sesame ginger sauce. They're nice and crisp, and honestly, they go really well with the Dole Whip. Hot and savory versus cool and sweet. It's the best of both worlds, just as Hannah Montana intended it, right? You guys know who Hannah Montana is. You can get an order of 5 of these for $6.99, and it's really the only time Sunshine Tree Terrace has had, a long-standing savory option. So you wouldn't think it'd be great, but actually, they're pretty good. Another savory choice for you is the Jalapeno Pretzel. Now, this pretzel does like to travel, so if you haven't heard of it before, we blame its vagabond tendencies. You're more than likely going to find the Jalapeno Pretzel over at the lunching pad in Magic Kingdom, but sometimes it's at the cart in front of the Chinese Theater and Hollywood Studios, or sometimes it's at Margarita Joe's at the boardwalk. Our reporters have seen it perusing with its pretzel posse over at the other pretzel carts too. Who knows where you might see this one next? All we know is that it likes to keep us on our toes, and we also know it's delicious. It has pepper jack cheese filling that adds an extra kick to the salty afternoon treat, and wherever you find this traveling pretzel, you'll be able to purchase it for $6.79. All right, speaking of vagabonds, we're going to talk about Nomad Lounge. That's over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's a happening place that can accumulate quite the wait list, but if you're able to visit this lounge on your next vacation, consider ordering the gluten-free churros to go along with your cocktail of choice. This is the only place in Disney World that you can get gluten-free churros, and these churros come with a side of vanilla crema and a chili strawberry dipping sauce. You'd think this would be sugar overload, but really these churros are fluffy on the inside, crisp on the outside. They're honestly the best churros I've ever had, and I've gotten them multiple times just to make sure. And they have just the right amount of sugary sweetness. Those dipping sauces are really interesting too. The vanilla crema, of course, is super sweet, and that chili strawberry dipping sauce has a sweetness with a definite kick. You can order a basket of these for $9. It's expensive, but it's worth it. All right, now I know we're talking about Disney World snacks you've never heard of, but do y'all hear much about the Harambe Fruit Market in Disney's Animal Kingdom? Granted, there's not a whole lot to talk about over here. It sells your basic snacks like hot dogs, Mickey pretzels, assorted, whole fruit. But then they've got this random grilled curry corn on the cob that's just hiding out on the menu. I'm talking fresh corn on the cob with African spices, or without, up to you. But if you like a little spice, you're going to want to keep it there. And this corn on the cob costs $5.29 and makes the Harambe Fruit Market worth a pit stop. Okay, the next one on our list is Morocco's whole bakery case. Is this cheating? It's probably cheating, but honestly, I couldn't pick just one favorite here. Oasis Sweets and Sips over at the Morocco Pavilion in Epcot has a bakery case with authentic and often overlooked sweets. I guess if I've got to pick a few favorites, I'll give quick shout outs to the pistachio baklava, the almond crescent cookie, and the marble caloria. But really, if you're a pastry fan and want a unique sweet treat from the World Showcase that you've probably never tried before, then head over here. Individual pastries run about $2.50 each, but you can also pay for a pastry assortment if you just can't decide, or if you want to share a few with your travel party. A pastry assortment of 3 costs $6.50, 5 pastries will cost you $11, and 7 is going to be $15. All right, now Mickey ice cream bars may get all the attention at the ice cream carts, but frozen bananas can be the perfect snack, even if they're not exclusive to Disney World. Now, I know you long-term Disney fans are going to tell me, AJ, are you serious? You don't think I've heard of frozen bananas at Disney World? Of course you have. They've been around forever, but very few people actually buy them. At least it feels that way to me. So I wanted to throw it in this list as something that might be a little bit on the healthier side, but still a fun frozen treat. Now remember, they take a long time to eat because that banana's real frozen. So it may be a while before you can get all the way through it. You can find one at most ice cream carts for $5.75. Okay, now on this one, I'm cheating again. We're going to recommend just about the whole bakery case at Karamell-Kuche in Germany. And that, of course, is over in Epcot. If you've ever walked into this place and smelled the scent in there, then you probably understand why I'm pretty much going to let you get whatever you want from the case here. Sometimes I get phantom waves of that hot caramel aroma, and definitely the cravings begin. Caramel squares and popcorn get all the love at Karamell-Kuche. But everything in this bakery case is amazing. Aside from their famous caramel squares and popcorns, they've also got caramel apples, chocolate-covered fruit treats, chocolate-covered pretzels, brownies, cookies, fudge, cupcakes, cheesecakes. I could keep going, but if I do, I'm going to have to step away and raid my pantry for something sweet but not as satisfying as this. But I will shout out two specific treats here. They have one of the very best holiday treats in all of Walt Disney World. This has been there for the past 2 Christmases, and I really hope that it comes back again this year. They have a seasonal gingerbread cookie sandwich. This is 2 gingerbread cookies, very soft though, not like a hard gingerbread cookie kind of thing, very soft cookies, and there's a huge amount of salted caramel frosting in between. It is amazing. And by the way, if you love salted caramel frosting as much as I do, they do usually have chocolate cupcakes here with salted caramel frosting on top. So good. All right, let's talk about the troll horn. How can something be a classic treat and a rather unheard of treat at the same time? We're talking same situation here as those chocolate covered bananas. The troll horn pastry at Kringla Bakery og Cafe in Epcot's Norway Pavilion never gets the love it deserves. The troll horn is often overshadowed by its school bread neighbor, which also doesn't get the love it deserves, by the way. But the troll horn has been around for a long time too. It's a puff pastry filled with orange marmalade cream or lingonberry cream. I've seen several different fillings in there. It's light and sweet and super delicious. You can try this classic yet still underrated treat for $4.49. Now it's time to head over to the Liberty Square Market in Magic Kingdom and grab ourselves a nice frozen drink. The Minute Maid frozen slushie is just that. It's frozen lemonade slush. Not a lot of extra details to add here. Sometimes you're just craving something more familiar and refreshing, and this is it. If you're looking for more adventurous slushie flavors, there are a couple new options at the Magic Kingdom you can choose from. Your first new option is going to be over at the Cheshire Cafe. The Curiouser and Curiouser slushie is made out of Minute Maid frozen premium lemonade and Fanta blue raspberry, topped with whipped cream for $5.99. And you can also go over to Prince Eric's Village Market. Now there are actually 3 different flavors over there. You can either get the frozen blue raspberry slushie or frozen apple slushie for $4.99, or you can get the specialty mermaid slushie made with both frozen blue raspberry and frozen green apple, topped with whipped cream and a mermaid tail for $5.99. And if you're still wanting that basic lemonade slushie, you can get that one for $4.99. Now again, I know these have been around for a while. Those of us who are old school Disney World fans have absolutely had a lemonade slush, but we don't talk about it enough, and I want to make sure you know about it. Okay, next on our list is going to be crepes. La Crêperie de Paris hasn't officially opened yet, but I'm calling it now. These are going to be a really tasty snack and a must-try in Epcot. How do we know? Well, because France has had a crepe kiosk for a long time, and they've always been pretty good. La Crêperie is being overshadowed by all the other rides and shows that will also be opening on October 1st, and Epcot's other big restaurant debut, Space 220. So while y'all are over there waiting in the Remy's Ratatouille adventure queue, I'll be minding my own business over at the Crêperie. Maybe. We'll see. We'll keep you updated. But if you've never had a real crepe, like handmade, right there in front of you, swirled onto that little griddle, this is definitely something you need to prioritize on your next Disney World trip. Okay, next we're going to talk about the coconut soft serve. Yeah, we talk about the Kakamora float a lot on the channel. You'll find it at Aloha Isle in Magic Kingdom. It's the blue curacao coconut Dole Whip float topped with a little Kakamora cake pop. But did you know you don't need to go all in on that sugar rush to try a unique soft serve flavor? Even if you only see a certain flavor of Dole Whip or soft serve offered as a float or specialty cone, you can order just a cup of that flavor on its own for $4.99. Sometimes those other flavors won't come up in mobile order, so you can just order a plain Dole Whip or vanilla soft serve and let the cast member know when you show up to pick it up that you'd actually like to order the coconut or whatever other flavor you're looking to try. Super, super secret tips. Swirls are also sometimes possible. It just depends on which flavors are in which machines and if a cast member knows how to do it. So always worth an ask if you want to try a new flavor combo. Now, ready for another slushie? Well, over at the Fife and Drum Tavern at Epcot's American Adventure Pavilion, you can order a very patriotic slushie called the American Dream. The American Dream celebrates the good old red, white, and blue with its 3 different layers of flavors: frozen Fanta strawberry, vanilla ice cream, and frozen Fanta blue raspberry slushie. This drink has been around for a while, and it's perfect on a hot Florida day, or you could enjoy it on a normal hot day too, I suppose. You too can get the American Dream for just $5.75, which is kind of funny when I say it out loud. All right, now hopefully you believe that drinks are just as noteworthy as snacks, as like chewable foods are, because I'm going to talk about another drink over in Epcot's China Pavilion. The Joy of Tea kiosk has several different drinks that are nice and refreshing as a midway treat around the World Showcase, but the peach bubble milk tea is surprisingly tasty. Usually the Tipsy Ducks in Love is the drink here that everyone raves about, and although I don't disagree with that recommendation, if you're looking for a non-alcoholic option, then this is the one that's going to hit the spot. Don't be fooled by the word milk either. I know milk doesn't sound appealing when you're thirsty and trying to rehydrate. It's like a stomachache waiting to happen. But this drink is light, fruity, and not overly sweet. Plus, the tapioca black pearls are fun to chew on. See, it is a chewable snack. Now, they don't have a lot of flavor, and if you're not familiar with boba tea, their texture might initially throw you off. But the peach bubble milk tea costs $6.95, and it's a great option for boba fans wondering where the heck they can get their bubble milk tea fix on Disney World property. Now, move over other Dole Whip floats. The Simba Sunset is here to dominate the competition, at least in this video. You can find the Simba Sunset at Tamu Tamu Refreshments in Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's made with Dole Whip pineapple with watermelon strawberry syrup and coconut flavored syrup. This is the Dole Whip that's going to be the best bang for your buck. Not only do the fruity flavors complement each other well, but it's a pretty big serving too. So why is this being slept on again? The Simba Sunset costs $5.49, which is bizarre because the average Dole Whip float costs $5.99. It's a nice, refreshing, though very sweet option for those who are bored of trying the same old Dole Whip each time they visit. Can you get bored of Dole Whips? I don't know. I'd rather not find out. All right, now you're saying, AJ, have you really gotten halfway through this video and you haven't talked about Les Halles Boulangerie Patisserie in Epcot's France Pavilion? Well, viewer, no problem. I got your back. Les Halles is probably one of those places I could have cheated on again, as in let's just choose everything in the bakery case. But there is kind of a winner for this one, at least in the underrated snacks competition. The macarons here are delicious, particularly the massive macaron lime raspberry for $6.25. This one comes with fresh raspberries and a smooth lime cream. It's also very picturesque. I know that's not like the main concern for this list, but that should at least earn some bonus points, right? Now, the raspberry macaron might not be Mickey shaped like the one you can find over at the Jolly Holiday in Disneyland, but it's still a nice option for those who are looking to find some fresh fruit in their dessert. And if you haven't had this one, it's worth a try. All right, number 16 on our list, the sausage and gravy tots. Now, this option is the exact opposite of the raspberry lime macaron. The sausage and gravy tots over at Friar's Nook in Magic Kingdom are not pretty, but they are savory and salty and very, very filling. You can get these for a quick breakfast at the price of $5.49, not too shabby, or you can spend a little extra to score that Mickey's souvenir hat bowl for $9.99. Just be prepared to wash that bowl out before shoving it into your backpack, because, yeah, you don't want gravy backpack, right? And what's the first thing we're going to do when Port Orleans French Quarter Hotel opens back up on October 28th? We're going to hit up Sassagoula Floatworks and get ourselves one of those beautimous Mardi Gras king cakes. Well, after we get the beignets at Scat Cats Club and the jambalaya, probably going to get the jambalaya and the praline too. I like the praline. But the mini king cake is definitely going to be on our list. Now, this is a ring-shaped pastry with drippy cream cheese frosting that's covered in green, purple, and yellow sugar sprinkles. Very festive, very jubilant. It's always Mardi Gras over at Port Orleans French Quarter. So if you're not feeling like having a beignet while you're staying at the reopened hotel, but you still want something super duper sweet, give the Mardi Gras king cake a try, as long as they still have them, of course. Now, heading to number 18, I praise the Cheshire Cattail pastry a lot on this channel. I can't help it. I love it. My team loves it. You all love it. I think I haven't heard from all of you, of course, but a good chunk of you love it at least. But what we never talk about is Disney Animal Kingdom's version of the Cheshire Cattail called the Tiger Tail Chocolate Twist. You can find the Tiger Tail over at Isle of Java, and it's literally pretty much the same thing as the Cheshire Cattail. The pink and purple colors have just been swapped out for black and orange icing instead. If you're not planning on visiting Magic Kingdom on your upcoming Disney vacation, but you will be in Animal Kingdom, you can grab this treat for $4.99 at Isle of Java. All right, now how many of you know that the smiling crocodile exists in Disney's Animal Kingdom? A lot of these kiosks kind of blend together and get lost in the hustle and bustle of the park. But if you find the smiling crocodile over in Discovery Island, you'll find a variety of street tacos that could serve as a snack or a light meal. There are 3 street taco options you can choose from: pulled pork, corn, and chicken. You get 2 tacos for $9.99. You can even add on a side of chips and salsa for an extra $4.99. If you're looking for more savory and filling snacks, stop by another one of Animal Kingdom's kiosks, 8 Spoon Cafe, for some awesome baked mac and cheese. Get it plain or topped with pulled pork. Okay, now this next one, I don't know if you're going to believe me on this, but this is legitimately one of my favorite things to eat in Disney World, which will definitely help you understand the actual juvenile nature of my palate. There are a couple of reasons the baseball brownies over at Casey's Corner in Magic Kingdom get overlooked. And for one, Casey's Corner is known for their hot dogs, not desserts. Another reason, if you want dessert, the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor is just across the street. But if you decide to order the baseball brownie alongside your hot dog, you'll get a cute little circular brownie in one of those little black bowls that basically is what all counter service desserts came in for many, many years. And it's got frosting to make it look like a baseball. Now, these cost $4.29, which is expensive, but oh my goodness, they are some of the best brownies I've ever had. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just being honest with you guys. I love the baseball brownies, and I'm not afraid to say it. So if you've got a little ball player in your travel party, you might want to consider surprising them with this snack, or maybe getting one just for you. Now we're headed back to the World Showcase for the next one. This time we're in Epcot's Italy Pavilion over at Gelateria Toscana. The Mocha Tiramisu here is made of mascarpone cream, espresso coffee, crunchy little cookie biscuits, and chocolate. So coffee lovers, here you go. Even non-coffee lovers might like this treat. It is a little overpriced at $8. It's one of the most expensive snacks on our list here, so we wish it was just a little bit bigger than it is. So if you love tiramisu, if you're a super big tiramisu fan, then this might fill the bill for you. If you're just trying it as a, well, you know, DFB said it was good, $8 is a little expensive if you might not love it. So heads up, wanted to let you know about this one. Next up, we're in the middle of Adventureland and Frontierland. You're going to find the Golden Oak Outpost. It's a small, quick service location with some mighty big flavors. Sometimes their menu changes pretty regularly. But on the list here is a warm, fresh-baked chocolate chunk cookie. Now, these cookies look pretty standard, and you can get lots of cookies all over Disney World. But the fact that they market it as a warm chocolate chip cookie, that means you're going to get something a little bit different. These cookies are $3.29, and they're a safe option for those who need a sweet snack without all of the bells and whistles. Now, this next one, another one of my absolute favorites, another one of those that I've spent many dollars on many times. But do you know why you've never heard of the Nyala Brownie over at the Mara and Disney's Animal Kingdom Resort? Well, for starters, you may have never been to this resort. It's kind of out of the way if you're not staying here. But another reason this brownie gets forgotten about is because of the zebra domes. The hot ticket mousse dessert that you'll find on the buffet at Boma or in packs of 4 at the Mara. But the Nyala brownies deserve some time to shine too. This is frosted over with peanut butter buttercream and a vanilla buttercream stripe. Maybe I'm biased because of my passion for peanut butter, but I honestly prefer this dessert over the zebra dome, and I always have. The brownie is moist, the buttercream is thick, just the way I like it, especially if it's peanut butter, and the Nyala brownie can be yours for the eating for only $4.79. That's not too bad. Now, you never know what you might find at the ganachery in Disney Springs, but if you want a treat that's more unique and something you can share with the whole fam, consider trying one of the ganachery's chocolate pinatas. These pinatas are made of a large hollow chocolate shell filled with candy, and the best part, they come with a little mallet so you can break them open. What's more fun than smashing a treat you spent money on, right? Now, there have been a lot of variations of the ganachery pinata. They basically bring out a new one every season. They've had a Franken Mini themed one for Halloween, Sweetheart Mini one for Valentine's Day, Santa Mickey's for Christmas. The ganachery just keeps coming up with new chocolate pinata designs that keep us coming back and checking to see what they create next. Again, it's a fun thing to do with your whole family. Probably not something you're going to buy all by yourself, but a fun option to make a memory with your family without having to spend the money on a park ticket. All right, let's talk mini donuts. You know how Joffrey's has those big donuts? Well, did you know they also have itty bitty ones too? These mini donuts can be found at the Mini Donut Joffrey's kiosk at Disney's Blizzard Beach and over at Typhoon Lagoon. You can order them by the half dozen for $5.29 or by the dozen for $9.99. And don't forget the dipping sauces. For an extra $1.69, you can get a side of melty chocolate, raspberry, or white chocolate sauce to dunk these into. Definitely worth it. Okay, pulled pork nachos. Now, Magic Kingdom can get wildly crowded in the middle of the day. That's the perfect time to escape out of the park to get one of the best snacks you've ever heard of. House-made wonton-style chips are topped with pineapple salsa, pico de gallo, spicy mayo, and a hefty serving of pulled pork. This is a big portion that can easily serve 2+ people, and it's only $9.49. Some of our team members regularly leave the park for this snack. It's certified DFB approved as worth your travel time. Now, you're going to find this at Polynesian Village Resort at Captain Cook's. Okay, if you've watched this channel before, you know I love Wine Bar George in Disney Springs. But the quick service counterpart downstairs, the basket, doesn't quite get the attention it deserves. You'll find grab-and-go lunch stuff here, but the thing you're really going to want to try are the wine slushes, frosé, and a Dole Whip Froscato, at least one made with Dole Whip pineapple Moscato and vodka. You can also buy corksicles here and get a free frozen drink with your purchase for $13. Come back with that cup and get $10 refills. Now, Amaret's Patisserie, also in Disney Springs, has even more wine slushes if you're not into the options at the basket. Actually, Amaret's Patisserie was the original location of wine slushes in Disney Springs, if you remember that so many years ago. Flavors swap out here, but you can get swirls as well. And Dole Whip nachos. Yeah, you've seen plenty of Dole Whip floats and different flavor swirls, but how about a whole new take on the frozen treat? Marketplace Snacks in Disney Springs serves up Dole Whip nachos, waffle cone chips topped with Dole Whip, mango boba pearls, fresh pineapple, strawberry sauce, whipped cream, and rainbow sprinkles for $8.99. Another very shareable snack. It's got a lot of textures. It's just a really fun twist on Dole Whip that you've probably never had. Okay, Riviera Resort is 100% worth a stop if you're looking for some great meals. You've heard about Topolino's Terrace, and you may have even heard about Bar Riva, the pool bar that has that Monte Cristo sandwich sometimes. But if you head inside the lobby at Riviera, you'll find Le Petit Cafe, which is a bakery and coffee counter by day and a wine bar at night. They have a lot of tasty desserts on offer here, but go for the simple choice and get the Madeleines. They don't look like much, but these light and airy cookies are a really, really good mid-afternoon option that maybe you've never tried. Another great thing about Le Petit Cafe is that they often have seasonal treats. So if you're there coming up on a holiday, definitely check out the bakery case and see what they have. They have beautiful things usually. All right, and finally, we got to head over to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort to hit up Kona Island for their sweet yet savory treat, Candied Bacon. Don't knock it till you try it. There are a few different versions of Candied Bacon here, from a simple chocolate-covered strip of sugary coated bacon to one topped with pineapple and coconut. It's decadent, over the top, and probably not for everyone, but if you think it's for you, go ahead and try them. You'll get 2 pieces for $4. All right, so there's our list of 30 awesome Disney World snacks you've never heard of. And remember, we don't want you taking notes here, so head to disneyfoodblog.com/secret snacks to get that list of all these snacks so you don't have to worry about going back through this video. And if I missed your favorite under the radar snack, I know there's lots more. Drop it in the comments below. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. It's so much fun to talk about stuff we don't always talk about here on the channel. And thank you for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.